Hi, Kevin Blanche, back to the nuclear fucking meltdown. And if you think shooting salt water onto a fucking 6 fucking reactors, nuclear meltdown, is not pure fucking desperation, look, this thing is, the propaganda machines are fucking working. They're perfectly in place. Just like I said the fucking would in my fucking first video, I could see the fucking writing on the wall. I've lived this. I've been fucking involved in this fucking movie for fucking 50 years. And if you think I just jumped into this fucking subject when this thing happened, you're crazy. I've been immersed in this for fucking decades. This is nothing fucking new to me. I fucking seen this fucking movie. I've seen it play out. In this fucking movie, people fucking die. Look, the propaganda machine, if you're getting your news cycle from Fox or fucking CNN, you are fucking crazy. They are the two. Well, we know Fox. We all know Fox is the fucking propaganda machine for one guy. We know Rupert Murdoch created this. Who would have ever fucking believed he was able to create, you know, and be able to fucking take a whole fucking political party in the greatest country in the world? Who would ever fucking believe that that could happen? But he did it. He fucking did it. Well, CNN ain't no fucking better. You know, you think they're any fucking better? Here, it is classic propaganda, what is fucking going on. This nuclear fucking meltdown is on. It is fucking on. You spray in that fucking water, the water runs out. Look, those are spent fucking fuel rods that lay up on the top of those reactors. They've been exposed for 2 weeks now. Water running onto those things, the water runs down and it runs into the fucking ocean. And they're like, oh, well, the ocean's better than... No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. It penetrates the food chain, whether it's the fucking water or the fucking sky. And I'll tell you how fucking evil the propaganda is. I don't know if you got to see CNN, but journalism classes will be fucking showing this and teaching this 5 years. This is the most classic propaganda. This is exactly like Soviet Union 1969. I remember taking my journalism class in college, and I had a great journalism professor. And he showed us the propaganda, we got into the subject of propaganda during the Cold War in freaking Russia. They showed us a video of a guy, a construction worker in the United States, on his break eating a hot dog. And Russia went on to say, this is how Americans live. They freaking work 12 hours a day, and it showed him as a construction worker with a pick and a shovel. And then they feed them, they get a 15-minute break, because all they get is lunch, and they fed them a hot, and then they explained what was in the hot dog. I told the professor, I said, do you know I was showed that video when I was in freaking 6th grade? And he says, all of America was. It was a basic propaganda, the anti-propaganda machine here. We all got to see this. So this propaganda machine, look, Fox and CNN are using it to a T, and if you think it's the individual reporter, think about this. Think about this. Who is the greatest reporter of our generation, all us baby boomers, who went into Vietnam? Not Walter Cronkite. I mean, who was the guy that went in and reported and dug in and freaking exposed that for what it was and put that nightmare to a fucking end? Who was it? Dan Rather. What did CBS do to Dan Rather? Oh, they fired him. Why did they fucking fire him? Because they reported George Bush was a fucking draft dodger. So he reported the fact, because George Bush is a fucking draft dodger, so they fired him. Why do you think they did that? It is the fucking CEOs of fucking boards who run that. You think it's the reporters? No, it's the CEOs of these corporations. Time Warner, these guys. Look, I'm an ex-derivative fucking trader. I was a derivative arbitrage specialist. I used to consult and still do for major hedge funds. Here's what I used to tell the major hedge funds. When you're buying an equity or you're buying a stock, when you go in and buy the equity or stock, you're buying the board. You're not buying that company. So you don't know if it's Tyco is the perfect example. Remember how powerful Tyco was? And they were all crashing out because they had a corrupt, crooked board? So I know who's on the boards of these. This is what I did for a living for years and years and years. This board members, CEOs and board members of major media, different things, they're the same people. I was involved in the Palm 3 Com-Op and the SunPower 3, reviewing the boards. I know who these people are. They're the same people. They're on multiple boards. Look, I don't know if you got to see this morning, but Sanjay Gupta did a report which is the most heinous, hideous piece of propaganda I ever seen. That guy ought to be fucking ashamed of it. Fuck, he ought to be in fucking jail. He's a neurosurgeon. I was raised by a fucking neurosurgeon. My uncle's a fucking neurosurgeon. Look, he came on there this morning, I don't know if you've seen it, and these journalism classes will be teaching this. This is the worst journalism in history. Pure propaganda. Okay, we know that the water's flowing in there and everybody's panicking about the fucking fish. So first, he puts on a little piece, and I'm sure he's been fed this by the board members. Now remember this, the Obama administration did pick him to be the Surgeon General. Now I'm not saying it came from the Obama administration. I don't believe that, but I may be wrong. He turned it down. He's got credibility. People listen to what this guy's got to say. So the first thing he does, he goes to Japan and he puts up this documentary, it isn't even his, about this female doctor who survived Hiroshima, and they show this thing how she uses radiation to cure people. It's classic propaganda. It's classic. What you do is you kind of create this so-called credibility, then you flow this in there. Oh, radiation's good. Who the fuck is he, Ann Coulter? He ought to be ashamed of himself. So then the next one they put on, I love this, they get this freelance punk who calls himself a journalist, and he says, oh yeah, in 1986 I was laying around on my bed, I was sick for 3 months, watching all this fucking propaganda go to where it's Chernobyl, and I expected 3 eyeballs, the Cold War. He said that the 86 was the height of the Cold War. There's your credibility gone, fuckhead. Fucking the height of the fucking Cold War was in 1960s, 1950s. Hundreds of thousands of fucking men died, you fucking punk. Fucking 65,000 American fucking men died alone in Vietnam. Fucking 35,000 American died. That was the height of the Cold War, you fucking moron. So he goes over to Chernobyl and he says, I was expecting guys with 3 eyeballs and fucking, and I seen fields and man. And here's the propaganda, perfect. Gutta puts up a photograph of guys in Chernobyl fishing, holding up fishing. There's your quantum leap. There it is. There it is. That is the propaganda machine at work in its fucking purest of fucking forms. We know that everybody psychic is worried about the pollution going into the fish. So the propaganda machine uses a guy with credibility like him, neurosurgeon, was nominated for the Surgeon General, holding up a picture of fish in Chernobyl. Let me tell you fucking morons, that's why fucking nuclear radiation is the fucking evil silent killer that it is. It doesn't put sores on you. It doesn't give 3 eyeballs. It doesn't make your fucking hair fucking fall out. It doesn't kill you next week or next month or next year. It kills you 20 years later, 30 years later, 40 years ago. The fucking studies done on the nuclear fucking Marines, which my father was one of them, 40,000 of them. The study, I fucking seen it. I fucking seen it. It goes like this. They were all between the ages of about fucking 19 and 25 years old. 90% of them. They slowly, the bubble goes like this. They started dying in their 50s. The bubble crescendos almost exactly 30 years from the time they were radiated. They all died of leukemia. Every fucking one of them. 40,000 for 40,000 died of leukemia. The ones that made it. You know, that weren't killed in a car wreck or fucking something else. Or committed suicide or whatever. Or drank themselves to death. It peaked exactly 30 years. Went like this. That's how the study goes. 30 years later, they're dropping dead like fucking crazy. They're 51, 52 years old. And it fucking peaked down to where about fucking exactly 50 years. So it went like this. That is the evil, evil thing about a nuclear fucking meltdown. The evil thing, it is the silent, slow fucking go. And fucking Gutta and CNN, you are no better than fucking Fox. You fuckers make me fucking sick. You know, like I said, they bait you in, they create credibility, and then they fucking pull a stunt like that, holding up the fish from Chernobyl, and you put some freelance punk who knows fucking shit about this. And I expect 3, that is propaganda in its purest fucking form. It is evil, it's illegal. It's illegal. I hope you fuckers get your fucking ass suit off, and I'll tell you what, there's gonna be a price to pay, because this is a different era. This is a different era. This, it isn't fucking in 2000 when Scott Ritter was screaming his fucking head off, when fucking Ballard Plain Wilson was screaming his head off, when the fucking UN inspectors themselves were screaming their fucking heads off. We have documented proof, because of guys like me and you two. It's gonna be all over. 10 years from now, 5 years from now, you're gonna have to fucking answer to your fucking lies. You're gonna have to fucking answer. You propaganda evil motherfuckers.